We're hearing a lot from the parables of Jesus because we're in this section of Matthew where there is a whole series of parables strung together. Not necessarily all connected, but just the different ways in which Jesus would teach about the kingdom. But this one's kind of unique in that, and we referred to this last weekend because we had the whole parable and a few others for last Sunday's gospel. But there in parables, the thing to often listen for is what's the little twist, the surprise, or maybe one or two little twists. Well, here the one I like to draw to your attention. I mentioned it a little bit last weekend, but is the surprise of Jesus' response when he or the owner's response of this field. When they've discovered the weeds and they go and say to the farmer, to the owner, gosh, these weeds are there. Do you want us to pull them up? And the normal answer would be, yes, pull them up when their roots are small. It's easier. That would be everybody's answer. And anybody who's gardened, you know that. It's a lot easier to pull weeds when they're small and they haven't intermingled. But that's not what the master says. And that's when Jesus tells these parables, he's trying to put a twist into it to get our attention. Because the master says, no, leave them, and at the end of, at the harvest time, we'll pull them up, and then we'll separate them. Which actually, again, doesn't make sense in terms of farming because it's far more complicated to do it then. But this is not about farming. This is about the reign of God. And that's why he's trying to tell us a unique story to get our attention. So the harvest is the end of time and when everything's sorted out. Here's one of the gifts that Jesus is teaching. God has incredible patience. He's going to continue to give us more chances, especially when there's an area of our life that we're ignoring or not giving to God, or for people who are in need of conversion or turning around something important in their lives. God is going to continue to give us another chance. And that's what's being said here. We're not going to condemn people right now. Give them a chance for conversion. And conversion is not a one-time event, like, I converted and now I know Christ and I'm done. No, it's continually growing in relationship. Anybody who's in a long-term relationship, and this is true of, family or friendships, strong friendships, or matrimony or parenting, the relationship really develops. And usually it develops because you discover how important the relationship is because it becomes at risk for this or that. Some maybe violation or argument that ensues. And then you realize, okay, we got to settle this because our relationship is more important than this. And you learn a new level of self-giving. Okay? And that self-giving is a deepening of the love in that relationship. So it is with God. As we continually turn to God for forgiveness and mercy, it actually helps us appreciate how much he loves us and that he's always giving us another chance, but others another chance. And this is really the motivation behind evangelization, as we desire people to come to know Christ or to deepen their walk with Christ. So internally, and among those who are already Catholic, that's why we offer faith formation for adults or opportunities of service or retreat programs, those kind of things, or spiritual guidance or counseling. Because we're all on a journey, and hopefully we're growing in a stronger and stronger relationship with God. But if we just ignore it, well, it'll just fizzle. And so it is in relationships with human beings. So here Christ is giving an example of the patience of God to wait till the harvest and to motivate us to continue to draw others to Christ or deepen those relationships with Christ so that when our time comes, or at the end of time, that we're prepared, fully prepared, and get the most out of life. And those who have a chance to turn their lives around, that they have been given due opportunities, and we can help with that. So may that be our motivation as well, to continue to evangelize so people may come to know Christ. I mean, he is the ground of all being, the source of all life, the true source of happiness, not just seeking our own personal pleasures, but what's good for the total. And when we see that, then actually we discover a joy that is only from God, can only be from God, and is greater than any other. So may we have that patience with others, following the model of Christ, but also that motivation to continually grow in our personal relationship with Christ but also draw others to know him.